Good morning, Sean Aqualine here. It is time now for the Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Gary Sauls on the phone. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Sean. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Well, there's a lot of snow.
A lot of snow, absolutely.
We're breaking some pretty fun records, I think. By the end of it, we will be pushing the 71-72 record, if we haven't already.
Well, I don't think we have yet. Definitely we will be heading in that direction if it continues to come. A little concerning having the cold weather and now getting the mild weather and the rain. You're definitely to the point where we are needing to get drains opened and have water flowing.
It's a nice way of saying it's a real bleeping treat.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good way of saying that.
So, do you think we're going to maximize this year's budget already this year before we get to next December?
It's hard to know. If it continues this way, sure, we'll do that. If if we get a break, who knows what's going to happen in February? If we get more snow and we're moving more, then we'll be depleting that budget quicker. It's hard to know.
BC assessments are out, and of course, a lot of people have noticed a huge uptick in theirs. There was a lot last year, but of course, this year is quite a bit more, depending on where you live, your address, et cetera, et cetera. But some people are concerned that this is going to make their taxes go up.
We're going to need to go through our budget to decide what we're going to need. Look at things going like, okay, how can we keep taxes down? There's an increase in costs no matter what when you're dealing with every expenditure, just as we see in our own homes where utilities, that sort of thing, go up. Same thing with the city. You have to pay more for fuel. You have to pay more for hydro. You have to pay more for, just about every commodity out there. So that increases prices, and then we look at it and go, okay, are we having the revenue, not tax revenue, but other revenue to kind of offset that stuff? And then we look at it and say, okay, what are we going to need for our expenditures and to move things forward? So getting back to what you're saying is just because your assessment goes up doesn't necessarily mean your taxes are going to go up. Property is worth more. That doesn't mean that automatically we're going to be asking for more money. Generally speaking, the higher the value, the more money is paid in, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be paying more. And I'm not going to get into the formula over the phone as to how that works, but as we get closer to budget, I'll explain the whole process so that people can kind of understand.
It's been a couple of weeks since we really checked in. Is there anything else that you think the community needs to know about?
Hoping to have short-term rental come back to council in the next couple of council meetings, and then we'll be able to talk a little bit more about that.
All right, well, we'll be getting back into the mayor reports on Fridays. We'll be doing it on the phone just because of the situation that we're in. I got to follow a couple of rules and myself in terms of being in the studio, etc. But we'll check in with Gary next week. And hopefully by the spring, we'll all get out of it and actually enjoy ourselves. So,
you bet.
All right, well, thanks, Gary.
All right, thanks, Sean. Take care.